I don't want to ever hear that Josh Allen is not clutch ever again. I know he loses to Patrick Mahomes. I get it. They lose to the Chiefs. You tell me one time in his career where that was his fault, and I'll take it all back. Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Field Goals and Forecasts, presented by AfterThought Sports, now on WSPU 88.3 FM, The Buzz. I'm Ryan Adio. Joined alongside me, as always, is my lovely co-host, James Derrick. Week 1 of the NFL season has just passed us. It is gone. I can't believe it came and gone so quick, but it is gone, and it was a good one. I gotta say, almost every game was enthralling this week.
I mean, this was the most excited I've been for football. Yeah. In the past couple of years. I feel like this year I was most ready for it. I knew the most about players. I knew, so I feel like that's just kind of how it's going to go from here on out at this point in my life. I'm just going to seek out week 1 of football every chance I get, and it did not disappoint.
And you were here with me.
I was here with you.
And we watched every single game, so you can't say that you missed anything.
I can't say I missed anything this time around. Actually, I plan on spending every Sunday as well as Thursday and Monday here.
I got the setup. The setup is nice. But anyway, we got to get into it. Sunday Night Football, that one was just widescreen on the TV. Yes. Bills, Ravens. It's safe to say we lost hope during the fourth quarter.
We did.
But hey, you're lying to yourself if you said you didn't. Come on, let's be real. We went down. We had a 1% chance to win, according to most metrics. Came back and won. Unbelievable. I actually have written here, what just happened?
That was the raw reaction.
Yeah.
We just it was like you could tell it's a bunch of Bills fans watching the game too, because we've got a chip shot 35 yarder to win it, and we are sitting here going, this is getting blocked. This is getting blocked. This is not going in. All of the above, but no, seriously, it was like something I had to see to believe.
And they were very close to blocking it.
Yeah,
and they were very
Kyle
close.
Hamilton that jumped the line too, got close to that ball.
Maybe this close to it, this close. But here's the thing: is that wasn't the first time they got really close to winning that game. I'm going to go through what I wrote down. I said the Bills win following a Josh Allen dropped interception, Keon Coleman tipped touchdown on fourth down, fourth miraculous touchdown,
4th and 2 ball to nobody, just ends up in his hands,
sailed over Knox's head, bounced around. And somehow caught, I don't know, but multiple pass interference calls on 4th down that kind of bailed us out of it, I won't lie. Yeah. Dalton Kincaid stepping out of bounds with a perfect 1 second left.
Couldn't have done it better.
Leading to a field goal, so we got 3 extra points. Tyler Loop, thank you. You missed that extra point to not send us to overtime, because we obviously don't have a very good record in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the game. That ended up giving us the game. So unreal. And then a questionable touchback where the very slight pinky finger of one of the Ravens gunners just touched that end zone line, and they gave it to us on the 25. And a Derrick Henry fumble, which was the decider of that game, the turning point of that game. And the last time that Derrick Henry fumbled was November 17th, 2024, where the Ravens lost to the Steelers. And he's only ever lost 10 fumbles in his career, and it was the only turnover of the game, as I mentioned. Wow. They lost that game. So it just seems that when Derrick Henry fumbles, bad things happen. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm even in the playoff game last year, turnover battle was a big thing for the Ravens. But this must be what it feels like to be what Tom Brady fans and Patriots fans felt for so many years. Imagine every little call goes your way. You will win.
That does not happen to the Buffalo Bills.
These are the kinds of games you can win if every call goes your way. So for the first time ever, we had a crazy comeback, and every call went our way. I've never seen something quite like it.
Not only did we have a crazy comeback, but the Ravens followed suit, as they usually do, and they choked the game away. Mm-hmm. The Ravens have now lost 8 games since 2021, where they had a probability of at least 90% to win the game. Harbaugh has now blown 17 double-digit leads in his career, which is the most since 1991.
Yes, I mean, that's a lot. I'll give him that. I mean, if you're a head coach for a long enough time, you'll probably rack up some records like that.
Fair enough.
But it's a bit of a pattern recently in particular, coming, it comes out of the shadows when, you lose it. It's such a crazy game like that. And then, last year too, in the playoffs, it doesn't help. But
now I'm kind of going off track a bit here, but I did see a question the other day where Harbaugh's been there a very long time. It's upwards of 20, maybe more than 20 years. I can't remember the exact number. He's been there a very long time. If he doesn't make a far playoff push this year, do you think it's grounds to fire him?
Man, I even have the same opinions in baseball too. Like I'm from the fruit. If the players like the coach, they can almost do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean,
because I subscribe to the fact that if the players love the coach and the coach is at least turning in good, like winning seasons, like he has had 13 win seasons, you know what I mean? No mistake about it. The team does have success due to the coach. And if they like the coach, I think he should stay forever, literally.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know,
until he retires, I guess. Yeah. But you got to think these bad losses, they're racking up. He has trouble against his divisional opponents. Look, I have all the faith in the Ravens this year. I have them picked as my Super Bowl favorites. But if Jim Harbaugh can't get them there, this is the most complete team I have seen him have ever. And I mean, he won a Super Bowl. This team, to me, feels more complete than that Joe Flacco Super Bowl year.
There's a case to be made there. Definitely can be. I think, quarterback play is definitely better. While different, I think, it's better in different ways.
Yeah.
I think overall it still is better when you have Lamar Jackson back there.
100%. Yeah. And
at any point in his career, no offense.
It's just a different breed of quarterback.
Yeah.
It really is. But let's go over the stats here a bit. Allen was just in the fourth quarter, let me say, was 16 of 21, 269 yards, 3 total touchdowns in just the fourth quarter. That's a full game stat line. Let me just say that.
Without a doubt.
He's the first QB in the last 35 years with 250 plus yards and 3 touchdowns in one quarter. And he did it in the fourth quarter. He has more passing yards than 21 quarterbacks in just that quarter. I could keep saying that quarter over and over, but I think you get the point.
Mm-hmm.
He had an unreal comeback.
Yeah.
No quarterback in the league is doing that. I'm sorry. No other quarterback could do that.
Especially with the receiver room that Buffalo is working with. This is one of those things where, again, I think having the same coach matters here. I know a lot of people have kind of had it with Sean McDermott at this point, but I think when you have a group and you keep them together and you keep the coach, it matters so much because you put another quarterback there. I don't think they have the connections to make those plays with those wide receivers. Or, if you have a different coach, he's probably going to let some of these guys go here or there, so he's built up a rapport with them over years. Yeah. And I think that's the biggest part. No one can replace what Josh Allen is to the Bills.
And Sean completely trusts this offense and this defense for that reason, but he completely trusts Josh at the helm. And I think Josh Allen plays his best football when we need him to play his best football.
Mm-hmm.
In that fourth quarter, when we're down, when we have 10 seconds left and we need a field goal, and he's thrown it across the field to Dalton Kincaid with 1 second left to get a field goal. I don't want to ever hear that Josh Allen is not clutch ever again. I know he loses to Patrick Mahomes. I get it. They lose to the Chiefs. You tell me one time in his career where that was his fault. And I'll take it all back.
Yeah,
but I just don't believe it.
25 game-winning drives and maybe like triple more if our defense didn't sell him almost every time. You know, so
I get the league is a quarterback thing, but 13 seconds, that wasn't his fault. The loss last year wasn't really his fault. I mean, sure, it was the only time I would say our offense had a chance to go and win the game, and they couldn't do it. But it's still not his fault. He made the throw.
That sucks. Yeah, but
with all odds against him, he made the throw. Kincaid dropped it. Obviously, it was a tough catch. Nothing really against either of them. But you can never tell me Josh Allen is not clutch. There's every bone in his body is a clutch bone. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and he's just been doing it.
Yeah. But continuing on with the stats here, Keon Coleman, have a night. 8 for 11. 112 yards, a touchdown, 6 first downs, which I think is an underrated stat that kind of goes under the radar. Yeah. 6 first downs. How did he impact this game just from a wide receiver 1 standpoint, I feel like?
I mean, that is a stat that you want to look for, is that first down kind of stat, because it's you don't even think about it until you're in clutch situations where you say, oh, we need a first down. We need this on this play. And I know a lot of those plays can happen on first and second down as well. However, Keon Coleman possibly I'm not going to finish that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Is he breaking out? Is this it? Like,
I don't know, man.
I'm under the agenda that I need to wait one more game.
I agree.
I need to wait maybe 2 more games, give or take.
We'll talk about it week by week.
Josh had what, like 40 pass attempts? He's got to throw to somebody.
He's got to throw.
And it just happened to be Keon, 8 catches, 112 yards. That's not something that just happens on its own.
No.
His touchdown obviously was clutch. It wasn't even thrown to him, but it was clutch. It kept us in the game.
Awesome.
Maybe this is his breakout time, but I'm not sold yet. I'm going to need a little bit more time.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
I agree. Like that, there's a reason I couldn't quite finish that sentence. I'm ready. Like we're both ready. We're both ready to be.
Obviously, yes. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh man, like I really hope Keon doesn't do well. But like, I would love to see him break out. I just don't have faith in him yet. You would say that, bro. That's a good point. Yeah, but I just don't have the faith in him yet. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. But I don't think he's that wide receiver 1 yet. We'll see. On the other hand, though, a couple other Bills had a couple good nights here. 5 for 9 for Josh Palmer, 61 yards. He had a couple really clutch catches. He burnt Jair Alexander a couple of times. James Cook, not a bad day. 13 carries, 44 yards, 5 receptions, 58 yards. And that's what I'm saying. Like, James Cook has 58 yards receiving. Josh Allen's throwing to somebody. Yeah, it's got to be somebody. I think that's why all of our receivers looked so good in this game. And also the Ravens just forgot how to cover apparently, but that's, yeah.
No, I completely agree. Again, with how kind of equal level every receiver is, it's almost like just pick the corner matchup you want. Hey, Jair, what's up? All right, Yeah. So you can find the guy. You can find whoever it is. It was Keon Coleman, obviously, more times than not.
Jair was burnt toast that game.
He was.
I'm actually so surprised. I'll be the first one to say
you're surprised to see it.
I am a Jair supporter. I mean, he was very good. Mm-hmm. He probably is still very good. He's been good for a long time.
Yeah.
Packers get rid of him. He ends up on the Ravens. I'm like, wow, can't believe they got another stud on defense.
Yeah, that's a team that's going to, he'll play well for probably.
And now he's a liability. It's just unbelievable. But I can pin that on Jair. I can pin that on the defense. I can maybe say, okay, Harbaugh, like, come on. You can't lose that many games. Mm-hmm. You can't keep choking away these games. I will never blame Lamar Jackson for this loss. There was nothing he could have done better. And he was perfect in this game.
So much of this game, like you see, he ends this game with like 200 passing yards, and you're like, wow, he didn't play that well. Well, it's like he completed almost every pass pretty much, and they were up by over like 15 for most of the game. They're handing the ball off almost every possession, and you'd be stupid not to, if you're in a position up like that. So again, the decision making again was there. The play making again was there. I think he had like a couple bad throws where you're just like, that, as a quarterback, they just kind of get away sometimes, but he played phenomenal. Lamar Jackson certainly made a case. He was obviously one of the most valuable players in the league.
Yes. I think he was the best quarterback stat wise, most valuable to his team. I can get the argument. I understand.
Yeah.
But he only completed 14 passes. 7 of which were to Zay Flowers, who had 143 yards and a touchdown, of course, that long touchdown that he scored on us.
Yes.
Have a night for him, first of all. He had half of Lamar's passes in his hands, in his breadbasket.
You did say to start Zay Flowers.
I did. I had full faith in him. A lot of people didn't, though.
I didn't. Yeah. I think he had like 2 targets for 0 catches, like one of the previous times he'd played Buffalo. Yeah. I was like, oh no, dude, stay away from Zay Flowers.
He just decided to break out. I think this is his breakout year. I hate to throw 2 breakouts out there, but I think this is his breakout year.
Double breakout. I don't know, dude. Double breakout.
One of them's got to hit.
Same game, double breakout.
We're gambling. We're rolling the dice here. One of them's got to hit. But we've missed the biggest offensive weapon for the Ravens, and it's Derrick Henry. I mean, who needs to throw the ball when you can give Derrick Henry 18 carries and he can go get you 170 yards and 2 touchdowns with a 50-yard run to taunt just right on our head? But obviously, he was the reason they ended up losing that game.
Be careful the way you say that.
He was the turning point in that game when he fumbled the ball. I mean, do you feel, if you're Derrick Henry, like, I know that fumble's getting to your head, but you're like, man, like, I did all I could? Or
no, if I'm Derrick Henry, I literally just go home and be like, yeah, that's never happening again.
Yeah.
And then I'm sleeping soundly. I'm not gonna lie. He never fumbles in those situations.
Yeah, like, you just go home, you're like, well, I did what I could. Like, what do you want me to say?
No, yeah, he's probably pissed off about it, but yeah.
100%. I mean, that just happens. But who would you say was the more consistent quarterback in that game? Obviously, Josh has the numbers. Lamar has the very small numbers, but very consistent numbers. Who would you say played a better game?
I think, well, I mean, depends on what the question is. Consistency or just
who do you think?
better
All right, let's start with this. Who was the better quarterback?
Josh Allen.
Okay. Who do you think put their team on their back the most? It was Josh. 100%.
Yeah.
Who do you think did not put their team in jeopardy?
I will say, I mean, Lamar Jackson, who we just gave flowers to, obviously he played a great game. I think, as you mentioned, he was consistent. I'm not even sure if he would have been able to make the comeback Josh Allen would have made.
I can agree to that, yeah.
I don't know if he's even that explosive. Obviously he is. I don't think he's quite as up to that level. But no, he was easily the more consistent quarterback. Early parts of that game, Josh Allen and the Bills were struggling big time. They had only 13 points at halftime.
Consistent and safer quarterback. He moved with his legs, 6 carries, 70 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Got out with his legs, didn't make any bad throws. I cannot think of one maybe bad throw that he made. One throw where I was like, man, that's questionable.
Maybe some errant throws, like just that got away.
Yeah.
However, nothing where you saw the coverage as the throw got there. Yeah. Where you were just like, oh, no.
There were multiple times where Josh either sailed it. I mean, that Keon touchdown really shouldn't have been a touchdown. Yeah. Or he just missed, or he threw it right to the DB's hand and he just dropped it. So I honestly would go out and say Lamar put his team in a better position to win, and his team let him down. But Josh put the team on his back.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Josh did everything he could to win.
Yes, yeah. I agree.
Well, do you have anything else you want to say about the Bills here?
No, just...
I cannot believe we won.
Just let the air just ring. Just think about the game and just let the air ring.
Buffalo Bills moved to 1-0 after a shocking Week 1 win, and I cannot say that I am not surprised, or I don't even know what to say.
No,
there's no words to say.